How's it going? Today is 26th of January, Friday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available out there. Let's take a look at this article. That would be something that was published today. 33 million boost to turn green ports and ships into reality. Let's try to understand this opportunity a little bit better. Funding awarded to 33 projects across UK to develop clean marine technologies. Okay. So myself, I don't know. I would expect those opportunities to be available, not after those opportunities have been completed, but before, if that makes sense. That would make so much sense, right? Like some of the bullet points and what's going to be within this article. That would be first bullet point: 33 million for new technologies to cut shipping emissions, support jobs and coastal areas, and boost local economies. Next one: total funding awarded throughout the clean maritime demonstration competition now is 128 million, helping support the maritime industry to develop net zero emissions. Let's progress. Among the winners are initiatives dedicated to constructing electric vessels and charging ports, propelling new era of sustainable maritime innovation. Maritime Minister, there's a name there, has today, 26th of January, that's today's date, right? Announced the winners of 33 million of government's funding to develop green technologies for ports and ships, accelerating the UK's race to decarbonize the sector while supporting jobs in coastal communities across the country, helping grow the economy in the long term. I think the skills, and then it comes to on a scale, right, where UK is when it comes to building ships, right, it's 13 or so to say. Can we perhaps use some of that funding to improve UK's stance when it comes to building ships, right? 10, top 10 would be great, right? I'm just saying that would be great. If we can do that, I suppose perhaps some of the capital would be great. The 33 million has been awarded to 33 projects across all 12 regions of the UK to develop demonstrations, factory trials, and feasibility studies. These initiatives position the UK as a leader in emerging clean maritime technologies. I don't know. This is what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Perhaps places like China and South Korea, if we're comparing against those countries, I don't know where UK stands against those countries, but I think the things are getting done as of now, right? Fostering sustainable and high-skilled jobs across the country and boosting coastal economies. We're looking to achieve that, okay, which is great. The funding comes from the fourth round of Government's Clean Maritime Demonstration Competition, which focuses on developing a range of clean maritime technologies, including electric, hydrogen, ammonia, methanol, okay, wind power, and more. So that's just an example, right? So within this article, we were taking a look at electric, hydrogen, ammonia, methane, and wind power. One, two, three, four, five. Just to name a few, which might be very promising technologies or power sources, right? There's a name there. This is two of the winning organizations. There's a project names there in Southampton to see the pioneering network of electric charge points and electric vessels in action. Thanks to funding round phase 2, winner will work together with build of existing electric infrastructure to provide electricity back to ports, harbors, and the grid when the vessels are not in use, which is great. If I can support and help achieve UK's set strategy, that would be great. Perhaps in the end of this article, that will be an email address how I can engage with the team, right? Let's take a look at quickly what governments have best ships in the world based on factors such as fleet size, port infrastructure, and trade volume, right? Let's take a look at those factors and let's take a look at some of the countries. Top 20, let's cover top 10, right? China, number one, from there, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, small countries, right? Perhaps island countries, right? Singapore, South Korea, Japan, right? From there, we're progressing to large economies. By volume, perhaps after the top one would be China and the top five, United States, right? From there, we're progressing to the number six, by trade, perhaps Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, Greece, Norway, top 10, and 11 would be United Kingdom, which is great. So perhaps as of now, all the statistics that then we are taking a look at factors such as fleet size, port infrastructure, and trade volume. Well, many things happen, right? Perhaps some of the governments can do even better, right? So as of now, UK has 11, top 11. In this article, there's a people who are making statements. If I can, rather stick with hard data, right? So I'll skip all of those. If yourself interested, I will share it. But the government funding is a crucial driver force for cutting edge technology, inspiring investors to engage in pilot incentives. CMDS4, I think that's a funding round, builds on the three successful previous rounds, which allocated over 95 million to 105 projects and leveraged over 45 million in private investment. Okay. The continued demand for funding underscored the industry's strong interest in the clean maritime investment. Its support has also fostered partnerships between the government and the private sector, paving the way of existing innovations that will decarbonize the maritime industry. Recently, I was taking a look at some of those articles where they potentially could use wind as a power source, and that could potentially reduce fuel consumption by at least 20%, which is great. So that's just an example of the project and some of the examples there. And one of the case project in private equity managed to raise over 100 million. That will be together with the European Space Agency, right? So there's some projects there. I'm not entirely sure if it's been covered within this article, but there are some projects there. Potentially that they have some incentives and different ways and people coming together and offering some solutions to the sector. Since CO2 emissions been done by maritime transport can be 940 million or so to say, and target set by 2050 to be reduced by half at least. That would be great. So, since a lot of traffic or goods being moved by sea, right? Myself, if you're interested in living or perhaps having your own personal business, that would be a livestock enterprise, living more sustainable way. That would be a book that I have published to share my knowledge and expertise within some of those areas. Within this book, I'm taking a look at milestones within structuring a business and how to perhaps how to have those. Where everyone would begin, that would be zero, and progressing to the first milestone. We're taking a look at financial metrics. That would be 10,000 euros, dollars, pounds, and how you yourself you can potentially achieve that. That would be just the first milestone. And within this book, I'm focusing a lot of my knowledge and expertise to address this area, first step, and how people can succeed, right? Hopefully, there will be more people living more sustainable lifestyle as well as more independent. Then we take a look at food security, right, and some of those expenses. First one, perhaps mortgage. Next one, food, and third one, perhaps car payments. So second largest expense, right? And how you can potentially reduce that. You can find it QR code in the corner company's side below. Today's funding comes from the wider 206 million UK's shipping office for reducing emissions, UK's SHORE program, announced in March 2022. The CMDC, that's different rounds. I think it's on the way as of now on fourth round, right? So there might be fifth one coming later. In one of the many initiatives from UK SHORE to fund green technology, last year the government launched the Zero Emission Vessels and Infrastructure competition. I think I have seen it, but I don't know all the details, right? To support projects in the later stages of development of the Clean Maritime Research Hub, aim at the early science and research behind the green technology. If I can engage with the team, but I think I might as well perhaps touch on some of the previously highlighted skills. Within the UK, they should have all the necessary skills to build those ships. I would say it should be way higher. UK as of now, it's top. It should be top 10 if you were to ask me. So perhaps the skills, expertise, and there perhaps from there we can address and come back to how those ships can be manufactured once we have skills. better and using what kind of technology, what sector, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.